episode 2 of my video game FLAPPATRON, available right now on Steam. Whew. Right, now here is a topic that a lot of people will probably call bullshit, will call me out, all this stuff. Hey, I actually believe that all of these were either coincidences, or I had a dream, or apart from one of them, or something like that happened. So, you're not wrong, in a way. But these are spooky stories / ghost stories, things that have happened to me that I try to rationalize. Apart from one of them I can't. But yeah, they're basically ghost stories, things that have happened to me personally, and they're really fucking weird. And I just thought I'd share them with you and get your opinions on them. As somebody who doesn't actually properly believe in ghosts, I still will never rule anything out 100%. Even though I don't believe in God, you know, I'll still never rule it out 100%. There's still that tiny 0 point where, because let's be honest, the human race, all of us, we know fuck all. We think we know everything. We know nothing. Even our science is all pretty much based on theory. Everything, really. So at the end of the day, what the fuck do we know? Like, we actually might be primitive compared to other species in the universe. You know what I mean? We don't know anything. So anyway, so let's think about my ghost stories here. Let's think about one of the earliest ones that I ever had. It's actually at this house. So this one, I was upstairs and I was watching The Simpsons on VHS. I used to watch Simpsons a lot as a kid. And my family, they went next door, because our neighbors lived next door, and they were really good friends with them, you see. So I'm lying in bed, and I'm kind of lying like this kind of way. So imagine you're lying down watching it or whatever. And you know when, like, your door, well, the door was there. You know when your door's kind of half open, there's a light, and it's shining through, and the kind of light is shining on the wall in front of you? Does that make sense? You must know what I mean. But yeah, literally someone walked past that. Like, legit. It was like, not even just like a black thing going like that. You could clearly see it was like somebody walking past it. And I literally just lay, I think I was like 7. And I lay there like paralyzed, like, for like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes, just like literally in fear, until eventually I worked up the courage and I went, fuck this. And I just literally shot out of my bed and I went, I ran downstairs. I didn't scream, obviously. I was like, and then I unlocked the door, went next door, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck? And obviously there was no one in the house. There's no one in the fucking house, obviously. They could have got in for a start because all the doors were locked. So yeah, that was fucking spooky, and that kind of freaked me out as a kid because it wasn't like it was just like a black thing going past. You could just like, you know what I mean? Because it's a silhouette, someone like going like that. And it was like, what the fuck? Now, my rationale for that is, it was a coincidence. Maybe a fucking fly flew in front of the light bulb, and then it just kind of looked like it was a person. You know what I mean? That's how I think of it, and that's how I rationalize that one. So I'm like, whatever. That's coincidence, whatever. So that, in my opinion, that one's debunked, because that's what I think. Personally, I think it was just like something going past the light bulb. Next one. This one is unexplained. And this one is legit as well. This one, I can't really rationale it because somebody else also saw it with me. So I went to my mate's house. His name was Tom. And you know when you go to someone's house for the first time? It was me, Tom, and my friend Louis. And first time I've ever been to Tom's house. And same with Louis as well. He'd never been to Tom's house either. So like when you go into someone's house the first time when you're a kid, you're kind of a bit nosy, aren't you? You kind of mooch about, like kind of like looking over the place. Like, ooh. I remember walking in, I looked into the living room, and all the lights are off. And I kind of turned around and I saw someone asleep on the couch, like, you know. And I was like, oh fuck. And Louis saw him as well, and we went, oh shit. Be quiet, someone's asleep. Because Louis saw them as well, because he was like, oh yeah, shit, we should be quiet. It was clearly someone sleeping like this. In the dark. So, Tom was like, we're going to his room, whatever. We're like, oh, and I say, oh, is that your dad sleeping in the living room? And he was like, no, what are you about? It's like, your dad is sleeping in the living room. And then he's like, no, there's no one here, no one's back yet. I mean, literally, we're like, what the fuck? So then we're like, okay, so we're like, no, and then we walked to the living room, obviously there's no one there, right? And we were like, looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, there was somebody there, like, it wasn't even like it was a silhouette, it was like, you could see the person there. Like, I know it was dark, and like, the top bit was like, you couldn't see if he said a face very well, but you could tell it was like, actual clothing. And then, you know, his dad comes back like an hour later, like, hello, and was like, okay. What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? It wasn't him. And I guess, like, the rationale for that could be, oh, maybe they were playing a prank on me, but then, if it was a prank, they would have said. They would have gone, ha 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 ha, kind of thing. You know? I don't know, they didn't. And Tom was even like, what the fuck, kind of thing. So, that one I have no explanation for apart from it could be a prank, but it's... I don't know, man. I don't think it was, because that's such a stretch. You know what I mean? Because we got back from school. That guy would have been at work. His dad would have been at work till like 5-ish. We got back around 3-ish. So he came back, pretended to be asleep, then ran away, waited 2 hours, then came. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Yeah, that one was weird. This one is very odd. I was also with somebody else at this point. This one's weird because when you're a kid, you just do shit, and you don't really think about it, you just kind of do it because you're a kid, I guess. We walked this dog at like 2 AM for some fucking reason. I don't remember why. We were like, fuck it, just walk your dog. Walked this dog down this park. And I think this park had like some weird stories about it, like there was apparently some kids were jumping on ice in a lake and they like went through and there's a dead body in it, like. So, I mean, just there's a random stories about it, so I guess that kind of added to the creepiness. But anyway, we're walking this dog and we're standing still. Speaking of dog, my dog just came in. Hi, Dill. Hello. Hello. Sorry. Anyway, so walking this dog, we stand still and we see something in the distance. And it was just like a bigger, like rugby field type thing. And it was just kind of like hobbling towards it. It looked really tall. Like legit, like 10 foot or something. And it was just kind of like, it looked like a person, kind of. And you couldn't really see it very well because it's quite far away, but it was more like a blacky silhouette thing. But we could see it coming towards us. We were like, what the fuck is that? Like, is that a person? Is that somebody? And we're looking at each other just like, that is fucking weird. Because it wasn't just me. He was freaking out more than me. His name was Dave, and Dave was like, you know, what the fuck? Can't get itch in my ear here. Ow. Yeah, it was just really fucking weird. I mean, we obviously ran away. We were like, what the fuck? We just pretty much ran away back to the house because we were really scared. But that was very odd. That was more like alien-esque story rather than fucking ghost. But rationale for that is it's probably just a guy walking across the rugby field. Don't know why at fucking 2 AM, but I mean, then again, why were we out? Why were we out at 2 AM? Walking towards us. Maybe he had his kid on his back? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe he had someone on his shoulders while he was walking. That's the only way I can think about it, because there's no explanation otherwise than that. Unless it was like a backpacker had a really long backpack and it looked weird. It didn't look fucking like a human, I'll say that. It didn't look right. But it must have been a human, because again, I personally don't believe in that shit, so I don't know. Man, there's gotta be an explanation for it. I'm sure if I went back in my memories, and this is why we need that thing from Black Mirror, man, where you can look back at your memories and with the eyes, and you know what I mean? That'd be fucking amazing. And speaking of using that for the memories, this is why it would be perfect for this one, because this one was fucking weird, and this one I have no explanation for. And I can't even if when I try and rationale it, there's only one explanation, but we'll get into it. So, when I lived in Denver, I had my own apartment, and my bed wasn't that comfy. It's also quite small, because I'm an idiot, and I bought, like, my bed frame was, like, this big, and the bed was that big, so there's a massive space. I fucked it up. Anyway, whenever I had a girl over, I wasn't very good at sleeping in the same bed, like, you know, whatever, you did your shit. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep on the couch because I like to sprawl and my bed was small. And I was like, you can sleep in my bed and I'll sleep on the couch, it's fine, whatever. So let her sleep in there. I won't say her name for this story, but this is called a chick. So I'm lying on my couch and I'm lying like on my side. Again, very similar to when I was a kid, which is fucking weird. And this is what was weird, because it's the same shit. When I basically was lying on my side, and imagine in front of me, like there's my TV, and pretend there's a wall there, okay, in front of you. I'm quite far away from it, of course, but imagine there's a wall like in front, and I'm lying. So basically I'm lying and I can kind of see like the wall. Does that make sense? And in that, behind that wall is my bedroom. So I wake up going, I remember my exact thoughts, because it's so, I remember it so vividly. This is the only one that I literally know it happened 100%, in my opinion. I woke up going, oh fuck, I pissed so fucking bad. Oh, and then going, what the fuck is that? Why is there someone, like, basically there was someone staring at me. Definitely a person. It's obviously, like, no lights are on, so it was more of a silhouette thing, but someone was there, and I've gone, what the fuck is that? As I've done that, they've basically turned and gone through the door, but because it was... The door wasn't open though, let's just put it that way. But because it all happened so quick, it was just basically like, literally, it was basically like this. It was basically like this. Okay, you ready? I'm trying to like get it through. It was basically like, God, I need to piss so bad. What the fuck is that? Then I had like a million thoughts in my head go, like, fuck this, I'm not gonna be scared like I was. Like when a million thoughts was rushing your head, it was like, I'm not gonna be scared like I was when I was a kid. And I, you know, I was fucking paralyzed. I literally just shot up off the couch and I ran towards where that door was. Which wasn't too far, it was like 3 steps. Obviously the door's closed, nothing's there, and I opened the door, and then the chick was snoring, she was like fucking passed out. And I went like, looked around for like 2 seconds, went in, and I woke her up, and she was like kind of thing. I'm like, listen, were you just fucking watching me then? This kind of shit. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, were you just fucking watching me? And like standing over me, she's like, what? Like basically really confused. I'm like, literally, I'm not like, if you did, fine. If it was a prank, whatever, like being irrational, like, you know, that's fine, whatever. But legit, were you standing there? Were you fucking watching me for a few seconds and you fucking went in this door? And she's like, no, like they're kind of, you know, very confused, didn't know what it was. And the thing is, if it was her, the door was closed. The door didn't open nor close. Plus the door, it opened... No, it did open that way. But how the fuck could she have gone... Closed in the bed within literally 2 seconds? Without A, not making a noise. B, like, I would have seen, I was shot up. It was literally like this. It was like, what the fuck is that? She's gone, bloom. There's no fucking way. The door was closed anyway. So she's what? So she would have gone, staring at me, opened the door slowly, super fast, closed it. It's impossible. Literally impossible. And like, so my rationale for that one is that I was dreaming. I must have been having a dream in first person that I was lying in that exact spot. God, see, saying it out loud sounds so stupid, but it's the only way I can rationalize it. I was having a dream. The dreams happened of the woman walking. I've woken up and gone, what the fuck? Ran forward. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only rationale I can think of for that one. That's the one I will literally say I was like, that was fucking weird. Because it wasn't like... The thing is, when I woke up and thought to myself, God, I need a piss, I knew I was awake. It wasn't like, like, I can't look back at that and go, oh yeah, I guess that bit was in the dream, or this and this. Like, I know I was awake because I knew the feeling of needing to piss and wait, and literally my eyes did this. I went, oh God, I need a piss. So what the fuck is that, you know? Why am I holding my dick when I said, oh, I need a piss? Yeah, really weird story. But again, I mean, there's a rationale for it. There's got to be a reason why that happened. And the last one I can think of, there's probably a few more, to be honest. I've had a few weird shit happen, but they're not in my mind right now. Basically, when I was a kid, apparently, when I was like 2 or 1, I don't know, I was been 2. I was able to speak, so maybe 2.5. I don't know. I was really young, basically. I don't remember this at all, but apparently I used to talk a lot. Like, as if I was talking to somebody. My mom would always ask, like, who I'm talking to. This is that old house. This big house when I was a kid, before my parents split up or whatever. Massive house. And I used to, apparently talk to someone. And then my mom would always say, who are you talking to, Dex? And I'd always say, the old lady who lives here. Now, that's fucking weird. I don't like that. I don't remember this at all, but apparently I used to do it quite a lot. So either I was just insane and had an imaginary old woman friend, or what the it's just fucking weird. When she told me that, I was like, I don't like that. That's creepy. Why have you told me this? Not into that. Yeah. Pretty weird shit. So, I guess good luck sleeping tonight. But again, all of my ghost stories, they're all coincidences. I've never had anything like physically hurt me or anything, so I guess my feelings now. Thing is though, I still won't go to like haunted houses and shit. Like, I wouldn't do that. Even though I know nothing could like hurt me. If that makes sense. Like, it's not like I've been hurt. Like, I refuse to watch like real life ghost story videos or stuff like that. It just fucking freaks me out. There's so much weird shit, man, but I don't know. I think the problem as well with this day and age is that anything can be photoshopped or doctored to look like something. You know, video can be edited, things can be added, special effects, and it's really hard to tell what's real and what isn't. But I always say this though, where there's smoke, there's fire. All these people, for example, who come back, they're like, oh, aliens fucking probe me with stuff. And you got all these people talking about aliens. I mean, fucking hell, I actually, again, I won't rule anything out. At all. Fucking hell, maybe they did. And especially since, I mean, I spoke about this in my last video. I had that really bad trip, right? No one believes the shit that happened to me. No one was like, we didn't do that. They're going on at me. It's like, well, it fucking did. And it's frustrating when no one believes you. So in a way, that's changed my opinion a lot on alien stuff and ghost stuff as well. Because fuck, of course no one's gonna believe someone when they're like, oh, I saw this, or oh, I got fucking taken away and bummed by an alien. Like, who's gonna believe that? No one, you fucking liar. But it's like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't rule it out 100%, you know? So yeah, that's my ghost stories. I quite enjoyed that. I enjoyed that vlog. I've also got inspired for a new video. I'm going to talk about me almost dying. So I'll do that in the next video. I'll see you then.